is a political, endeavor, political process. Kaya the height of politics is present in the House of Representatives sa Committee on Justice. I mean, wala na tayong pag-uusapan. Doon pa lang sa determination of form and substance. Pinakita na nila yung politika. 54 versus 1. Oh, itong si Rufus Rodriguez, kunyari, dito, hindi niya alam kung saan siya kapapanig, sa kaliwa ba o sa kanan. Pero bumoto pa rin doon sa substance. So, dinadrama nila ang taong bayan. Alam naman natin kung saan hahantong ito lahat. In fact, gustong-gusto nila talaga na magkaroon ng trial sa Senate. Pero ito lahat palabas. Palabas lang ito. Tulad nitong pangit na chairman. Gusto niyang maging maganda sa mga media. Kaya panay press release niya sa mga mali-mali niyang sinasabi. Enhancing the political process to persuade the people in their favor. Kung gusto nila noon na 1/3 ay minamadali nila, bakit hindi na nila madaliin ngayon? Magboto na sila. Bakit pa nila gagamitin ang BP para sa kanilang sarswela? Alam naman natin, sarswela lahat ito. Wala silang ebidensya, mangangalap pa. You know, when you file a case, if it's a criminal or a civil, you file a case in a criminal doon sa fiscal, pagdating doon sa complaint mo, nakalatag na lahat na ebidensya. Hindi ka na pwedeng, tika fiscal, isupina mo muna ito kasi wala kaming naka-attach ditong ebidensya sa sinasabi namin. Pwede ba yung ganun? Supina mo pa. The fiscal, which is akin. Sabi ni Jimmy, yung fiscal, kung anong trabaho ng fiscal, ganun din ang trabaho ng House Committee on Justice. They only determine probable cause. Pero if you're conducting a trial, you're already making a judgment. You're usurping the powers of the Senate. Diba? Ano pang gagawin ng Senado kung pinrejudge mo na dito by making a mini trial, kunyari, pero actually, you're already making a full-blown trial under the guise of a mini trial. Well, the Constitution did not use the word try for the House of Representatives. It only says initiate. And initiate means to say, i-determine mo lang, tapos kung mayroon kayong prima facie or probable, magbutuhan sa plenary. If you get 1/3, then let the Senate decide and try the case. Ito, inuusig nyo na si Vice President using several stupid arguments from stupid people na hindi man lang mga abogado. Paano na ang taong bayan? Tapos, gumagas na sila, nagpupunta sa Bali, mag-birthday celebration, hindi natin alam yung mga under the table dyan. So, ito lahat po ay pamulitika. Kaya, baloney, yung House, talagang alam na natin ang ang kanilang boto. Mayroon diyang iba, kunyari, isang partido, isang ganito, kunyari, pahaging-pahaging pa. Sabi nga nung isang businessman na kausap ko, nagpapalapad lang ng papel yan para baka hindi pa nabigyan. So, ganito po lahat yan. Politika ang nagtulak nitong Committee on Justice. Gusto nilang gamitin for their propaganda, and they're hiring even dean of law schools to talk in their behalf to justify their sarswela na mini trial. Mayroon isang bobo dyan na din na sinipa ng kanyang law school, daldal ng daldal, ang daming di na sinasabi. Katulad ito ng mga iba pang mga abogado dyan na alam naman natin mali yung sinasabi nila but hindi natin alam kung anong nasa likod ng kanilang mga sinasabi. So, ang bottom line para sa akin, mga kababayan, I've been a member of the House. There were 3 impeachment process that I've gone through. First, yung kay Chief Justice Davide. Kami yung kay Chief Justice Davide, we achieved 1/3. Pero hindi dinanggap ng Senado. Hindi endorse ni Speaker De Venecia. So, talagang pamulitika. Yung kay kay Bautista, pinatay na nila doon doon pa sa committee. Wala daw form, walang substance, pero na-overall ng plenary. So, ito lahat, it's politics. Kung may order ang speaker, may order ang majority floor leader, lahat yan, lahat yung mga miyembro dyan ng Committee on Justice. It's already been revealed by a Congressman Erice. It's been revealed by Toby Chanco na pamulitika lahat ito. Kaya, ito sa inyo, lahat dyan ng mga congressman. Ito sa lahat dyan ng mga congressman. Kayo dapat ang imbestigahan base doon sa 18 Marines kung ilan ang maleta na tinanggap nyo. Umamin na nga yung isang babae. Umamin na nakatanggap siya ng maleta. Pero hindi niya sinabi kung magkano natanggap ng tatay niya. Iyon po. This is purely political. Pero the people of this country is still hoping that the Senate will give justice to the impeachment process. Kaya takot na takot sila sa Senado because hindi nila alam kung anong decision. Pero for me, it's already, if it's forgone in the House na ma-impeach si Sara Duterte, it's forgone in the Senate na wala silang makukuhang boto to convict her. And that is my, crystal ball saying. Okay? Thank you.
With due apologies. Kaya ayoko ng wireless eh. Anyway, with all due apologies to my boss, may sisingit lang po ako another party matter. Noon pong August, this is totally unrelated. Noong pong August, nagkaroon ng hearing yung committee ni Senator Robin Padilla, Committee on Communications and Media on the sexual harassment sa mga studios, where I appeared as one of the resource persons. At further to that, I wrote a letter to follow up the results of what happened in that. And I would like to distribute to you the letter to Senator Padilla, who is a member, by the way, of the Partido Democratico Pilipino, Joey. This is in relation to the amendments to the law on sexual harassment, where I testified regarding the 2 cases that I've handled for GMA 7, yung studio ni Manong Rod on sexual harassment. And nasabi naman doon na in view of the recent resurgence of the revelations against Arnold Clavio, yung kay Sara Balabagan, there is a need to come out with those amendments to the law on sexual harassment. Ito po yung letter. Basically, tapos na po ito, ang sabi ko lang, i-amend nyo yung law on sexual harassment to the effect that those who cover up these acts of sexual harassment should be made as guilty as the principals. Joey, i-distribute mo na lang. Oo. Baka makalimutan ko eh. Para meron na sila. Kasi nga, although I clarified na alam kong walang kinalaman ang mga Goson dyan. They are very godly, religious people and they will not allow it. Yung mga subalterns po nila, yung mga nasa baba ang nagko-cover up. So, yun po, binalita ko lang as a as a follow-up to another member of the party, si Senator Robin Padilla, who really wants to amend the law para mawala na niyang mga sexual harassment na yan, yung kay Gerald Santos and others na na-cover up. With that, I would like to turn over the floor to my among tunay, Attorney Raul Lambino. Sorry for the interruption.
The rule about being a more supreme or better is mas magaling talaga yung estudyante. Oh. Okay. Well, first and foremost, I would like to greet everyone ng magandang umaga ng Huwebes ngayon, ano? Kahit na mataas masyado na yung langis, at baka mawalan na tayo ng supply. At tinanong ako ni MJ kanina nung pagpasok ko rito, bakit daw green na naman yung aking kulay ng damit? Favorite na color ko yan kasi it signifies two things. One, pro-life. Green is the color of life. Makikita mo yung environment natin, dahon, green yan. It also symbolizes wealth. Kasi green box yan. Kaya ako ay pro-USA. Dahil sa nangyayari ngayong kaguluhan dyan sa Middle East, mag-uusap na raw yung Philippine government at saka Chinese government for possible joint exploration in West Philippine Sea. Most likely, baka magkaroon na rin ng joint fishing expedition sa West Philippine Sea. So, tanggalin natin yung fishing expedition dyan sa house. Dalagin na natin doon sa West Philippine Sea. Doon, yung fishing expedition sa West Philippine Sea will be legal and legitimate. Ngayon, bakit ako pro-USA? USA. United Sara ako. Yan ang ibig sabihin. Well, anyway, meron bang karapatan ang ordinaryong mamamayang katulad ko o katulad natin dito sa nangyayaring impeachment proceedings ngayon sa House of Representatives? Are we a party in interest here o si VP Sara lang? Well, two things you have to remember. There are two kinds of impeachable officials. One group are the elected officials, president and vice president. The others are appointed officials, justices of the Supreme Court, ombudsman. Yan yung mga impeachment Constitutional Commission, COA, etc. Lahat yan appointees. But if you are talking of the president and the vice president, all of us here are on trial. So we are a party in interest here because our being a sovereign people, nakalagay sa Constitution yan eh. Doon pa lang sa preamble, we the sovereign Filipino people. So how do you define being a sovereign Filipino people? Then you go to Article 2, Section 1. Sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. What's the manifestation of sovereignty? Then that is election. Election. That's why we are called the representative democracy. So whether you voted for Sara Duterte last election or Bongbong Marcos, then you are a party in interest here. Because if Sara Duterte is impeached and eventually convicted, she will be removed from office. Then we are deprived of our right, being sovereign people, of having elected her to be our vice president. That's why we are here. I am here not just because I am a lawyer who understands a little bit about law. I am here sitting here in front of you para ipaliwanag yung karapatan nating mga ordinaryong mamamayang Pilipino na pag ang tinatanggal o ni-impeach natin ay presidente, vice-presidente, we have the sovereign right that will be affected by the outcome of these proceedings. Kaya, alam po, yung kanilang ginagawa ngayon sa House of Representatives, hinahayaan ko, ako'y natutuwa. Sa totoo lang, yung kanilang pinaggagawa ngayon dyan sa House of Representatives, which is a blatant violation of the provisions of the Constitution as stated by Attorney Bondok a while ago, on Article 11, more particularly Section 3, and Article 3, which is the Bill of Rights. So meaning, we have a possible actionable suit that we can file before the Supreme Court for the House of Representatives abusing its authority, resulting into lack of jurisdiction of what they are doing and an unconstitutional act. So any one of us here can file the corresponding petition before the Supreme Court to question the actions of the House of Representatives. And we are a proper party in interest. Meron tayong personality to file the necessary action. I have been in Congress for so many years. I was there in 1987. I saw the impeachment of Erap there. I was involved in somehow. I was also involved in the impeachment of then Chief Justice Davide as consultant of the Office of the Speaker, give advice to the leaders of the House of what to do. Sumunod po dyan yung impeachment ni GMA. Ilang beses po yung may final dyan. Then the impeachment of Merceditas Gutierrez, impeachment of Andres Bautista, and Sereno. All these impeachment cases that were filed in the House, I was able to be part in whatever capacities. No? Ngayon, going back to the integrity of these impeachment proceedings, tama yung sinabi. Only the Senate has the sole power to try and decide cases of impeachment. When you say try or trial, there is no distinction of maxi trial or mini trial. Basta trial yan. Yung mini skirt lang yan. Magandang panupurin yan. Pero, there's no such thing as mini trial. Saan sila naka-invento ng ganon? Now, if they are going to, again, define what they're doing as, well, it is akin. Ayan, yung salita akin. Akin yan, akin. Okay. Similar to a preliminary investigation before the office of the prosecutor. Or maybe we can say inquest proceedings. Kasi kami mga trial lawyers, dinaanan namin yan. So summary lang talaga ang pinag-uusapan doon. Whether it's an inquest proceedings or preliminary investigation before the office of the prosecutor, then the only things to be considered by the prosecutor would be what? The complaint affidavits, and the affidavits of the witnesses if there are any, and the counter affidavit of the defendant or respondent, or the real pieces of evidence that have been recovered. And if these are sufficient, then they will file the corresponding information in court. Yun lang ang gagawin. Hindi pwedeng magkaroon ka ng tawagin ng piskal kung sino-sino yung mga wala naman silang participation that they have not filed any document in form of affidavit. Because that is fishing expedition na yon. Fishing expedition yon. Yung ginagawa nila ngayon, okay, dapat pagbasihan lamang nila. They have already determined yung substance is there. Compliant daw. So, compliant ba yung complaint? Compliant ba doon sa mga attached affidavits? Ngayon, kung meron silang clarificatory hearing, ang tawag ko dyan, hindi trial. They have to clarify those provisions or those allegations in the affidavits that were filed by those potential witnesses or by the complainants. Then they can conduct a hearing. Clarify nyo nga ito. What do you mean by this? That is clarificatory hearing. But if you are going to start issuing subpoena to people who are not mentioned in the complaint or who have not submitted any document or affidavit, that is violation already of the provision of the Constitution on trial. Trial na kasi yan eh. So, sabihin mong mini trial, ano mini trial? Pagkakaiba ba yan sa maxi trial or trial? Pareho lang na trial yan. And remember, any incidents or any other action related to trial, which is the sole power of the Senate, and if this is undertaken by the House of Representatives, it is unconstitutional. It is just not unconstitutional, it's also done with grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack of jurisdiction. Nung binasa ko yung answer ad cotellam ni VP Sara, I was so proud. of her lawyers. Magaling sila. They know what they are doing. They know their law. They have to answer it, but it's ad putellam, meaning to say as a precautionary measure without waiving the right to object on anything related to the unconstitutionality of the complaints or the proceedings that will take place in the House. So ngayon, ang ginagawa nitong Committee on Justice, insisting of issuing subpoenas. Meron silang sinabpina pa na abogado. No? I heard, no, these are all violation. These are all violation of the sole power of the Senate in a trial. No? Hindi naman na ito kasi committee hearing lamang ng in order to, what do you call that, pass a law. No, not anymore. This is a hearing not in aid of legislation, but a committee hearing to determine if there is not just a mere probable cause, but if there are evidence that would warrant the findings of the Committee on Justice to go up to the plenary and for the plenary to decide and then transmit the matter to the Senate. Ganun lang kasimple yung impeachment proceedings. They are trying to complicate things in a way, katulad sinabi ni Attorney Parasi, ni Congressman Jing, because sabi nila, Sarsuela ito. Sabi ni Attorney Topacio, kangaroo court. No, don't use kangaroo court. That's going to be an insult with a beautiful kangaroo. I love kangaroo. I've been to Australia many times and they are so beautiful. So don't compare the Committee on Justice as a kangaroo court. It's an insult to the kangaroo. Or even they say sinabi, muro-muro. No. Don't use again that moro. It's an insult to our Muslim brothers and sisters. No? Hindi pwede. No? Ang ginagawa nila doon sa House of Representatives, purely politika. You would want to put the Vice President in a bad light in the eyes of the public because she is the most trusted, popular public official of the land now, despite all their efforts to destroy her for the past 2 years. Hindi nila mapababa yan yung kanyang trust rating. And, if you read the decisions of the Supreme Court, the 2025 decision, the motion for reconsideration of 2026, klaro, sinabi ng Supreme Court, this impeachment is not only political, it is also legal process. And when you talk of legal process, the main basis of looking at the legality or illegality of the proceeding is what the Constitution provides, because the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. It is the fundamental law of the land. So anything that is contrary to Article 11 in relation to the Bill of Rights is unconstitutional. Therefore, it is illegal. And what they are doing right now, it is illegal. May nagtanong din sa akin, paano yung subpoena pag pinadalhan ka ng subpoena ng Committee on Justice? If they are not going to, if the one that is being addressed to would not attend, can he or she be cited for contempt? Well, for sure, gagawin nila yun. Iko-contempt nila yun. Mapapa-aresto pa nila. But would that be a legal action of the House? No. It will be unconstitutional. It will violate due process, the right of that person. Because here, it's no longer just be resource person. Napapatawag mo siya para magbigay ng kanyang opinion, nalalaman niya tungkol sa isang batas na nakabinbin, panukala na nakabinbin in order to be passed by the committee. Ito hindi na Itong Committee on Justice here is acting not just a mere committee of the House that's going to pass pieces of legislation, but eventually it will become the body that will prosecute these impeachment proceedings in the House. So tama rin yung sinasabi na it is similar to the preliminary investigation or inquest proceedings. Then so submitted yan. Sige, I admit, similar, but it's not the same. But you cannot go beyond what is allowed and authorized in a preliminary investigation or inquest proceedings. Because going beyond that would be violation of the Constitution. So yun lamang po yung aking maikling paliwanag po sa inyo.
Thank you very much. Now I know why Freddie is a good lawyer. He has a brilliant mentor. And I'm glad, and I'm also glad, Freddie, that you have this press conference because, in my opinion, this is the best press conference na nilinaw kung ganong kalabo ang ginagawa ng Congress. Maraming salamat. Okay, as your moderator, let me first ask 2 questions before I call the media. Number 1, how long will this, well, I don't want you to tomorrow, how long will this committee last in the lower house? And how much is it costing us, taxpayers? May gastos yan di ba? Hindi man okay.
I'll answer that. Well, as far as the timeline, depende na yun sa gusto nilang ma-obtain eh. Depende na yun kung gaano gusto nilang kahaba. But insofar as the costs, if they are going to continue doing this, it could go beyond 125 million. Mas malaki kaysa sa doon sa kanilang gustong palabasin na confidential fund. Oh, for sure. We are spending millions here of taxpayers' money of those, anong tawag mo doon? Anong tawag mo doon? Stupid. Okay. So, yun ang mangyayari dyan.
My second question is this. Is it possible na hindi aabot to sa Senate for lack of merit?
That is a probability, not just a possibility. Because, as I've said, the proceeding in the House against the Vice President is void ab initio. Nakita nyo naman nangyari doon sa unang kaso. It was declared void ab initio at hindi na natuloy yung trial sa Senado. That's a probability. At dito, mas matindi ang violations. Greed, abuse of discretion of unprecedented character. Sabi ko nga, nadismaya kami ni Perdi, ni Attorney Jing Paras, and of course, Attorney Capasio and Jimmy. We have been witnesses and participants to many impeachment proceedings. Ngayon lang nangyari ito na mayroong ganyan. They are inventing their own rules na hindi nila pinasa, hindi pinablish. Yung mini-trial na yan, there's no such thing. Not even in the United States and Britain where impeachment originated. Iniimbento ni Congressman Luis to yan. Ang sagwa nakakahiya because the House should have performed its duty in obedience to the Constitution. Hindi sila mas mataas Tapos ngayon, they are usurping the power of the Senate. Di ba? Napakapangit tingnan. And where is the prioritization there? Ano bang importante? Itong ginagawa nila kay VP Sara o yung ekonomiya natin ngayon na is already in an emergency situation? Parang there's a wrong prioritization here. So I question because I'm a citizen and I'm a voter and has witnessed for myself lahat ng impeachments na recently meron. Wala, sa Davide, I was just a plain observer. Pero sa Sereno, Bautista, I was the lawyer of the 2 distinguished gentlemen here, Attorney Topacio and Attorney Jing Paras. We impeach Bautista. Kahit na nung umpisa, nag-violate din yung House Committee on Justice sa kanilang rules and the Constitution. But, sinave ng plenary by a very overwhelming vote at na-impeach si Bautista. Hindi siya umabot sa Senado kasi impeach and then he resigned. Naging moot and academic. But I tell you, nakakadismaya ang ginagawa ng House Committee on Justice. And the Supreme Court might probably, hindi ako sigurado because I cannot preempt, might probably issue a TRO here and declare the proceeding void ab initio. Salamat.
Okay, I open now the floor. O sige, please attend. Quickly lang mabilis.
Red Mendoza from the Manila Times. Of course, hi, good afternoon, good morning po. Well, ngayon po sinasabi po ni Congressman Laila De Lima na ang hindi pagpunta ni VP Sara sa impeachment trial ay parang pagbaliwala daw sa Constitution. And of course, sinabi rin ni Congressman Beatrix Luistro na sa kanyang distrito daw sa Batangas, suportado daw yung impeachment. What's your take po doon sa mga sinasabi ng ating mga kagalang-galang ng mga congressman?
Hello?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, with due respect, no? Kasi I'm a member of Congress, but during our time, respectable po kami. And honorable. Wala po kaming mga maleta noon. Ano lang. Envelope. Sobre lang. But no, to answer that, walang basihan yon. Kasi unang-una, wala namang eleksyon. So paano niya ma-test yung support ng kanyang taong bayan? Pero if you base it on the survey ng Pulse Asia, even in Luzon, napakataas ang trust rating ni Vice President. So it's her word against a very official and legitimate survey. So pangalawa po, sinasabi natin na itong sinasabi ng mga congressmen is purely political. Why? I can vouch for it in the sense that nag-file po kami ng impeachment. Nag-file ang bayan muna, nag-file yung sinasabi naming hash-hash na impeachment. Pero yung rules na pinairal nila against Marcos is entirely different than the rules that they're imposing on the impeachment of VP Sara. Doon pa lang, politika na ang umiiral. Doon, nag-trial na o nag-hearing na sila at inaano na nila doon pa lang sa determination of substance as far as the Marcos impeachment is concerned. Pero dito kay VP Sara, talagang pinalusot na nila yung substance. Because at the end of the day, they want to maximize the propaganda value of the Vice President. Why? For one reason. She will become the next president. And ito lahat ay takot na takot dahil sa daming mga maleta na tinanggap nila. They are thinking that there will be a serious investigation come the presidency of the Vice President. Yun po ang tinatakot. Kaya dito pa lang, papatayin nila. Pero ako, confident ako na hindi basta-basta, itong nasa Committee on Justice, mukhang ayos na yan eh. Ayos na yan. And there are people there na talagang they cannot accept the Dutertes. Unang-una, ito si Ridon. Bakit siya is in the forefront of all this? For vengeance. Kasi pahiyang-pahiya yung kumag na yan dahil sa sinipa siya ni Duterte for being a stupid and, irresponsible head of an office. Can you imagine he was traveling every month, on the basis daw na mayroon siyang doon? Nagsasaksya siyang ng pera pero yung kanyang liderato ay urban poor. So, ginagastos niya yung pera para sa urban poor. Kaya, outright, sinipa siya ni President Duterte. So, hindi niya matanggap yon. Kaya, gusto niyang bumawi to the extent na magpapasupina siya ng mga records ng mga bangko at saka mga lawyers firm. Sinita na nga siya ni Congressman Rodriguez na mali-mali yon. There is a client lawyer's privilege. So, hindi ko alam kung nakakahiya naman sa UP College of Law, nanggaling pa ito doon. Now, with due respect, kaibigan ko ito, pero nag-iiba ang ihip ng hangin. Ito si Redon, it's all vengeance. Si Dilima, vengeance din yan eh. Kasi biniblame niya si Ferdito Pasio nung sa BACC. At si Bit Aguirre na nag-file sa kanya ng kaso. Which was, kung hindi lang nagbago ang administration, baka nasa kulungan pa yung magandang Laila Junil de Dayan na babae. So, ito po lahat in answer as a parting word. Ito po ay pamulitika lahat. Now, if it's politics, wala, in violation of the Constitution, because in the ruling of the Supreme Court, there must be, the Supreme Court admitted that it is political, but it is also legal. But this Committee on Justice is all purely political lang lahat. Walang legal, kaya they violate the Constitution. And I suppose I will not be, I would not presume na hindi gumagalaw ang mga abogado ni Vice President to question all this in the court. Itong lahat ng mga violation. And in fact, I believe that if there is an immediate action, they can get an injunction or restraining order in all this violation of the House of Representatives.
Thank you.
Yun
Okay,
po.
next. Okay,
Dagdag ko lang Manong Rod, ano? Excuse me, sorry
sige,
to interrupt. Dagdag ko lang, that is another example of the hypocrisy of these people. Si Laila de Lima, noong inimbestigahan yan sa bilibid drug trade, hindi rin siya pumunta eh. She exercised her prerogative not to be present during the hearings. Bago sasabihin ngayon ni de Lima na it should be taken against the Vice President. Kanyang ka-hipokrito itong mga taong ito. Doon sa hearing, doon lumabas yung, Committee on Justice din yun eh. Di ba? Ewan ko kung may ibang committee roon na parang on dangerous drugs yata, I don't know. Pero doon lahat lumabas yung aligasyon. Hindi siya pumunta. She did not rebut yung sinasabi na nagsusubuan sila ng saba ni Dayan. Ba't hindi siya pumunta ron? Sinabi niya, hindi saba, latundan. Ibig sabihin, just to underscore the fact na hindi niya ginagamit yung sinasabi niya sa sarili niya. Hindi siya pumunta roon. And the committee respected that. Na hindi siya pumunta. Wala naman sinabi laban sa kanya. Hindi rin pumunta yung mga abogado niya. Bakit ngayon sinasabi niya pag hindi ka pumunta? Against the Constitution. Hindi ba ang hearings in aid of legislation na nasa Constitution din? Ba't hindi niya sinabi sa sarili niya yon? So, that is how hypocritical, how jealous-faced these people are. Doble cara talaga. Grabe.
Attorney, first, papapikit tuloy si Attorney Bondok sa mga sinasabi mo. But anyway, Congressman Paras, from your end po, do you intend to file this before the Supreme Court? Kasi kinanong namin kahapon ng defense team. Too early to say, but that remains to be an option. But from your end po,
I
what do
think
you expect from
as
the
a
court?
lawyer, and I would presume that the hired lawyers of the Vice President, they are actually monitoring all these things. And in my short conversation here with Attorney Bondok, we are in the same mindset that there must be an immediate action. There must be a monitoring because what they are now doing, the Committee on Justice, araw-araw they violate the Constitution. And they should be restrained from further violating and trampling the Constitution. Kasi mali, wala